Hey everybody, Motorpoet59 here. Well, today is the day as far as the people who I know personally who are going to have to either get vaccinated today by the end of the business day or they're going to be out of a job. It's very concerning. It's very disconcerting, and that's for me. And I'm retired. I'm vaccinated. My family are vaccinated, but these people who I know who don't want to get vaccinated, for whatever reason, they don't need to justify it. They're American citizens. They don't have to justify their reasons for existing in this country, or at least they didn't used to have to. Now it seems like they do. And corporate America is caving. And that goes, I shouldn't just say corporations because it's small companies to anybody with over 100 employees. And I don't understand that. I don't understand what the difference between having 100 employees and 101 employees is, or 100 employees and 1,000 employees. What is the difference in the field I worked in and in the field these people that I know who are going to go through this? They work out in the field. They work out by themselves. They rarely interact with other people. Rarely. And when they do, they're not in each other's faces. Everybody has always kept their distance because that's the way that part of our industry works. It is a large corporation, as everybody knows. I used to work for Union Pacific Railroad, and their offices in big places like Omaha and Roseville and wherever else, Chicago, wherever else they have offices. Maybe those people would have thought they were being treated unfairly. I don't know. I don't know why they're doing this. BNSF isn't doing it. Alaska Railroad isn't doing it. I do know this, that OSHA are the ones who are initiating all this. All the path out of the pandemic order said, which I did in a couple of videos back, was that the administration was calling on corporations to get their employees more involved in vaccinations. I don't know what that involved, but then the government involved OSHA. And if you don't know, you should know that OSHA, there's not a single person in OSHA who's elected by anyone. The same with the EPA. These are people who are appointed, and they are being given far too much power over the lives of American citizens. OSHA has historically been about a safety thing, making sure people are wearing hard hats, making sure companies are seeing that people are wearing hard hats and safety vests and have fall protection and things like that. They're not a medical thing. They're not a medical institution. They have no medical training or no medical experience other than maybe the first aid training that they mandate. That when I was on my job, that we had to get first aid CPR training every 2 years. I guarantee you that this is not what the founding fathers had in mind. They did not plan on non-elected employees, people given power by politicians. They did not want or mean for those type of people to have this much power over the lives of American citizens. This is not what they intended to be. And everybody is just, well, not everybody, but too many people are just standing by and saying, oh well. And they seem to think that the only people this will affect are people who didn't get vaccinated. And they seem to almost be vengeful. Is that the right word? I don't know. But you're getting your comeuppance because you didn't want to get vaccinated. We are practicing segregation in the United States right now. That's all this is. And it's bullying. That's all this is. I've said that in other videos. When the government tells someone, or for that matter with anybody, if you tell somebody that you're going to take something away from them if they don't do what you want them to do, that's not a choice. That is not being given a choice. That is being forced. That's coercion. That is... It's illegal in most other areas, or at least immoral, but the Democrats don't seem to mind doing it, and their low information, ignorant voters don't seem to mind supporting it. One of the things that really gets to me about this is the absolute knowledge that had Donald Trump been reelected, the Democrats would be the ones opposing the vaccine right now. They would be the ones hooting and hollering they would be making a lot more noise than the Republicans are making, and the Republicans should be making a lot more noise about this right now. And these companies, these corporations, should all be standing up against this, against OSHA, against this part of the mandate, and saying we don't have to do this. You are not an elected representative. We don't have to we don't have to abide by your decisions. And they need to tell President Biden and his administration the same thing. This is un-American, and we're not going to do it. Let them shut them down. Shut down all the railroads. Shut down all the airlines. Shut down all the trucking industry. Shut it all down, Joe, and see what happens. See how long you stay in office. And this is ridiculous. People's lives are going to be affected. Up to 84 million people will be affected by this. I read an article in Market Watch yesterday about all this, and the numbers are staggering. And if they think that this is not going to have a detrimental effect on our economy, anyone who thinks that is just not paying attention. This is heartbreaking as an American and as a friend to these people who are going to be affected by this. It's very, very saddening, disheartening. This is the darkest chapter in American history during my life. I know that there have been dark chapters in American history, but I didn't live through them. This is unbeatable. There's nothing else that even comes close to this. And it's frightening. It's frightening. This should not be happening. What do you think about all this? Let me know in the comments below, or shoot me an email at motopoet59@gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe, click on the bell if you want to be notified of future content, and we'll see you all later.